everybody, it's Nancy Mazo, notably Nancy at gmail.com, and today I'm here with a video about how to attain life balance while working at home. I'm an online ESL teacher. I've been doing this for 2.5 years, and I want to share with you today tips that I've learned that have really helped me to keep a life balance while I'm teaching ESL online from home. Tip number 1, nutrition is so important. It's important to eat healthy so that you have good energy, and also, especially when you're teaching back-to-back classes, to stay hydrated. I keep a big bottle of water right on the floor next to me, and between classes I drink. It's amazing how much energy this will give you. Okay, depending on your schedule between classes, it's really important to have planned out even the night before what are you going to be eating so that you eat nutritionally. If you just run out of your home office and open the refrigerator with no advanced planning, chances are you are not going to grab something healthy because you don't have it ready. Tip number 2, get enough sleep. For every person, this can be different. I know for myself, in order to function at my best, I need 7 to 8 hours of sleep a night. Okay, and it is very tempting to stay up late after a full day of classes because you want to read, you want to get together with friends, you want to talk to friends, you have other things that you're working on. But if you don't get that optimal amount of sleep, you're really shortchanging yourself and you're shortchanging your students. While we're on the subject of sleep, I also want to address, depending on your time zone, the idea of waking up for early classes. And I'll just share an experience that happened to me. I teach the rep classes, which now what happened to me was the first semester I taught for rep, I took 2 or 3 classes at 3 and 3:30 in the morning, which I thought that would work for me, but it didn't work for me. Even though I went to bed early, I didn't really sleep. I kept waking up thinking, am I going to hear my alarm? What time is it? How is it doing? So even though it was very tempting to take more classes, and I love teaching those classes, I had to say to myself, a realistic time for me in my time zone to teach those classes is a class not before 5:30 in the morning, because I can get up at 4 or 4:30 and feel like it's my morning and teach effectively. Okay, tip number 3 for me, a biggie, and for everybody it's a biggie, is getting adequate exercise. I noticed a big difference when I no longer was in the classroom teaching and I began teaching online. When I'm teaching online, whether I'm sitting or standing, I'm spending a lot more time sitting, because in the classroom, whether it was with high school students or elementary students, I felt very active. The other thing that I did was I put exercise into my day. I parked away from my school and I walked about half a mile to get there. So the exercise was in my day. With online teaching, that was more of a challenge for me. And now, especially with the coronavirus and being confined to the house, it's challenging because I can't really go outside and hike and exercise the way that I would like to. But there are many online programs. I do one right now. It's called the Happy Walk, and it's 15 minutes a day. And if you do it, it really helps to keep you in shape. And you feel better and you have a better outlook. Number 4. Make time for the people and the things you like to do that are important to you, that you love. don't leave it out for your schedule, because it's so important. I'm a member, one of my hobbies is hiking and hiking in nature, and I'm a member of a group that does hikes. We go in general about once or twice a month, and I take for myself a day once or twice a month. And I have to tell you that I take the day and I hike in nature. Number one, it's great exercise. Number two, it's great socialization. I love the friends that I've met through hiking because they have common interests. And when I come back the next day after I've taken that day off, I really feel recharged, and I think that it shows in my teaching. So be sure to really take the time you need for you, doing the things that you love. Tip number 5, so important. Think about and really evaluate what's a sustainable classroom schedule for you. And for each person, this is going to be different. Now, I have been a classroom teacher. It's my love, it's my passion for over 35 years. But the way that I did it was to pace myself. Otherwise, it would be very easy, especially with online teaching. I think it's very easy and very tempting, and you can easily get burned out if you spend too much time on it. What I mean is, number one, there's the classes. Number two, there's time you're spending on the social media. Number three, there's time you're spending on workshops and improving yourself, which is so important. But really think about what is realistic and sustainable for you. And it's very tempting to look on the Facebook groups at what other people are doing, and you're reading through and you're looking at people's schedules and saying, I'm teaching 500 classes a week. I'm exaggerating, but I'm teaching 500 classes a week. And then you kind of think to yourself, oh, 500 classes a week. Whoa, what's wrong with me? I'm teaching 20. Okay, I want you to remember, number one, be kind to yourself. Number two, your outside things that you have obligations to are not the same as anybody else's, so don't compare yourself. And also, like I said before, make time for the things that you like. You might take a few less classes because, you know what, once a week you want to read stories to your grandchildren, or you want to meet with a friend, or whatever it is. Those things sustain you and give you positive energy, and I really think it comes across in your teaching. Don't spread yourself too thin. Number 6 and last tip for today, what I've learned is that especially when you are working from home, you have to set up boundaries that other people in your family and your friends in your life respect. The only way that they will respect it is if you set up boundaries that you respect. Okay, especially when you are working from home, it is very difficult sometimes for family and friends to understand what your work schedule is unless you define it and are very clear about it. And you need to be very clear about when you are available and when you are unavailable because you're working. If you are not working from home and you are at a job, this is generally more clear to you and more clear to others. When you're at home, what can happen, whether it's children, friends, husbands, they feel like, oh, you're working at home. So what does that mean? That means you're available all the time. No, you're not available all the time. And I would even suggest that you, let's say, for example, you are teaching classes from, I'm just throwing it out as an example, from 12 to 4 in the afternoon, okay? And someone asks you in your family or your friend, oh, like, when are you working today? And you say, you don't say, okay, I learned this the hard way. You don't say, I'm working from 12 to 4, okay? You say, I'm working from 11 to 5. because you know what? You have things to do to get ready to prepare. Maybe you want to put your feet up before you start. Maybe you want to read something. Maybe it's something that you want to do for yourself. Okay? It will be kind of frazzled for you to try to get ready at 5 to 12 because you said you were working from 12 to 4. And for me, I can't put my makeup on in 5 minutes. It doesn't happen. So I learned that I need to give myself lead time and I need to give myself finish time at the end, because when I'm done with my classes, what I do is I write up my feedback. After I write my feedback, I look at my schedule for the next day, and I need time to get ready. The other tip that I would give you for life balance, and I also learned this over time, that on the computer with social media, between Facebook, between what's going on at VIP Kid, and everything that's going on is good. I love it. But you know, there's a time at the end of the day that I say, okay, that's it. You know, just like I would be leaving the school or leaving the classroom, I'm turning off my computer, I'm putting the top of my laptop down, I'm straightening my office, and I'll go into it the next day again, because that's how you can be your best for yourself, for your family, and your students. Hope this video's been helpful. Happy teaching. Please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you again next week. Bye.